So one of the other things that I want to talk with you about is I own another corporation. The name is Opus Enterprises, and I have 6.5 miles of beachfront property in Jamaica that I'm in developing, and I've got a lot of squatters on the land, thousands that I have been. So this has been a 12-year project, and uh, I'm working with the prime minister of the country right now, and this is the biggest development in the Caribbean. So um, it, basically, I'm going to try and give you a sense scope of this because I want your help, and you're going to see why. But there's a marketing aspect of this that I need to go public for the Jamaica people. So um, there's a whole backstory I'm going to need to bring you through, but I'd like you to actually work on both corporations at the same time, and think I think we can do this simultaneously. I do it, so I think you can kind of go along with me. I'm not sure what else you have going on in your life, so tell me if I'm giving you too much. But um, I have an $8 billion project going on. That's 8 billion, not million, billion. Um, and it is being disturbed right now with squatters. So this squatters are in the way, and I've offered them $4.5 million dollars to leave. And I've offered them 25 acres of the land to move them to another side, but I don't want them near the ocean because that's where my development is. So that's where we're bringing the Four Seasons and One and Only and Marriott, um, and there's a whole. This is really kind of big. So, uh, so I won the Supreme Court ruling a few years ago. So basically, because the squatters were claiming that they had rights to the land for squatter rights, and we deal with that even here in the U.S. But in Jamaica, half the country doesn't even work. So, um, so this was given to me. I used to be the CEO of a company called Graphic Wood Technologies. The founder of American Girl Doll Company. Um, Her name is Pleasant Roland. I'm very close friends with her. Um, she designed those dolls from like she was a secretary. She's married to Jerry Fauci, and um, so she started to design these dolls while she was working at the company, and she created this every doll, which I think you would really appreciate because it's kind of like right along your thing, you know. So um, she's kind of like exactly like you. She loves kids. She loves teaching. She's given hundreds of millions of dollars to teaching kids. Um, she lives in Madison, Wisconsin. I go there a lot. I we go up there and we go snowmobiling, and They've got a big estate up there, and so maybe I'll bring you up there. We can go. But anyway, getting back to it, her son is Paul Crouchy. He called me and said, "Look, I do not want. If you've seen the movie Tommy Boy, he's basically like Tommy Boy. So, I mean, he's just a trust fund the baby and has no sense of responsibility or business or any sense of direction of any kind. So, uh, Pleasant Rowland called me and said, "Look, I don't want my family involved in this. We don't need the money, obviously. Um, but I'm going to give this over to you to take care of because I was running one of her companies at the time." So this began about 12 years ago. So I began to develop all of this, and it's a lot. So I'm not gonna do all this in one thing. Sorry, I'm watching the war. Um, so anyway, so basically, um, the so she gave this over to me. I've got a lot of lawyers involved. I've got a lot of developers involved. I've got 13 lawyers, eight different law firms involved. Baker McKenzie, which is like one of the biggest, largest development law firms in the world. Michael Smith is one of my lawyers on this. He's working with this, and we're the I don't need your help in the development phase. What I do need is we are going to need to. I'm fighting with the prime minister right now, so I'm in meetings with him. Um, and I'm in meetings with the cabinet of Jamaica, the minister of economic development, the minister of tourism, the prime minister. I'm not sure where that cut off, and I'm sorry this is so long. So anyway, I'll try and make this a little shorter, but I'm going to send you some articles that have been in the news about me and the corporation and what's going on, and I'll send you some YouTube videos about the news that's gone on because. I've been in the news with, we're basically fighting back and forth. So, um, the Jamaican government does not have the money to relocate them. So I'm offering to relocate, but they're fighting. They don't want to move. So now I'm going in forcefully and I'm going to demolish these homes. And it's sad. It's not a good thing. I mean, but I'm willing to build them new homes free. So, I just I need them to move off the ocean. They can't. It's not their land. They can't be there. So I'm not trying to harm anyone. There's kids there, and I'm willing to move them, but this needs to happen. Um, so anyway, if so what I need is basically we're going to be doing some news presses where I want to kind of market the, I want to put out news presses in a way that almost embarrass the government, saying, and when you see some of the articles on Yahoo Finance and things, you'll see what I mean. Um, I I want to start just put out some press things where, you know, the Jamaican government is getting in the way of this $8 billion project. They're not because I can't send the U.S. military force in, right? The Jamaicans have to like go in. I've hired a security team. I've hired construction, but I can't shoot anyone. I can't, the first time I went in, they lit all of my construction on fire and they doused it with gasoline. I'll send you videos of that. But um so I don't have the ability from the US to protect this and all of my employees. Um, so I want to start talking about that also. Rainer's most important because it's my family. Jamaica's a shit ton of money. They're both important, but my family's the most important because money is not the most important thing. Rainer's the most important thing, but I also need this deal to go down. It's the biggest development in the history of the Caribbean. So, anyway, I'd like you to be a part of it. I'd like to bring you on my team. We can talk about that. So, let me know your thoughts.